We talk about this all the time. Every family carries a calling. If you don't know it, you know it now. You better believe it. We all have a very special calling. Our family carries a calling. And the enemy knows it too. So he doesn't always attack from the outside. He whispers at the doorway, hoping we'll invite him through distraction, division, or pride. It's not always the big crises that break a family. It's the slow leaks, the little compromises that sneak through the cracks. You can have alarms on your doors and locks on your phones and still leave your spirit wide open. Because what shapes your home isn't just what you let in from the outside, which is what we were talking about in the past episodes. It's what you keep playing, watching, repeating, and believing on the inside. This episode is the companion to the company you keep. So it's a little extension, a conversation about what happens when we start protecting our legacy from the inside out. Because that's how strong families stay unshakable. No. Ooh, that's better, right, babe?
Yeah!
Yeah. She founded an architectural concrete company.
He founded a $100 million clothing company.
She took the world by storm as a social media star.
He took the world by storm as a famous serial entrepreneur.
Together we started a business.
And had babies.
Now we're figuring out the best ways to do both.
Join us as we learn from other entrepreneurs going through the same life struggles.
As they share their life hacks about success, love, kids,
and everything in between.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Becoming Unshakable, the Legacy Conversations bonus series, a special edition brought to you by the Entrepreneur Parents Podcast, a community of strong families building unshakable legacies. I'm your host, Ildiko Ferenczi. I'm honored and so grateful to be with you. And today we're talking about what it really means to protect your home from the inside out, spiritually, emotionally, and atmospherically. More than ever, families are realizing that peace isn't automatic. It's intentional. And if your home has felt heavy lately, this conversation's for you, my friend. Recently, a member of our community shared something that it stopped me in my tracks. Because when she came to me, she said, I couldn't figure out why everything in my house felt anxious. We weren't fighting, but we weren't connecting either. And when we looked at her week, the answer wasn't obvious until she noticed the background noise. All day the television blared news, not the positive kind. Her daughter loved these podcasts that were full of conflict. It filled the kitchen, the living room. And the music her sons listened to that once felt harmless carried depression, aggression, and anger and lust in its lyrics. Psychologist Dr. Albert Bandura calls this environmental modeling, the way behavior and emotion are learned through observation. And clinical professor of psychiatry, Dr. Dan Siegel, explains that constant exposure to chaos, that craziness, that chaos, trains the nervous system to expect it. It trains the nervous system to expect it. And neuroscientist Dr. Stephen Porges, creator of polyvagal theory, the polyvagal theory, I really hope I got that right. I think so. The polyvagal theory shows that our brains literally mirror the emotional tone of our environment. Yeah, people. So we speak about this all the time, but then you start doing the digging and you see that it is scientifically backed up. Therapists, this is a real thing. You have to guard your environment. So in other words, the sound of your home becomes the spirit of your home. And peace can't grow in polluted air. We all understand that. I pulled up something. Psalms 101 verse 3 says, I will set no wicked thing before mine eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. So we must guard not only what we watch, but what we welcome. Every image, every lyric, every conversation, it leaves residue on the heart. And slowly the atmosphere of the home begins to reflect what's been allowed in. That's something to take in for sure. And give that a second. Think about it. What do you have as your background noise? What is it? Family systems expert Dr. Murray Bowen describes how emotional patterns spread through household like currents in water. When one person's stress stays unregulated, everyone absorbs it. Right? When you have that negative person, it becomes contagious. Or someone that's depressed, or sometimes you're around someone and you just feel like you need to get away from that person. Your soul, your heart is telling you, this person's no good for my soul. But just the same as the company we keep, we were talking about this last week or last episode, the things that we watch, and you have a feeling, you know, I really shouldn't be watching this. My kids are so good at that. They're so good at that. I don't think that that's good. And that's the way we need to train them to know, to recognize, because, right, entertainment, it enters your soul, it enters your eyes, and it's going to affect you. And you think, oh, I can just watch this violent show and it won't affect me, but it does. It does. It definitely does. So, as I was saying, when someone in the household, say, is unregulated, super stressed or angry, everyone absorbs it. But when even one family member chooses calm through prayer or stillness or gratitude, the tone of the entire house can shift. So we need to be those people. Guard the inside. Guarding the inside of your home, it's not control, it's leadership. Okay, that's why we need a strong leader in the house to set the tone in a good way. I was listening to Ed Milet's story a few years ago, and he was sharing how before his father changed, everybody was on edge when Dad came home. They were he said he was so good at reading his father to see what kind of mood he was going to be in when he came home. So that's why we need to really, really choose what we ourselves release in our homes. It's choosing to bring heaven's peace into daily habits and conversations. Be mindful of those things. Be mindful of the conversations you have. I mean, you could be one way with your family in the room, And then you can go into your office and you have a totally different conversation with your friends, and your children notice. They notice. They notice. I know my children notice. Say, that person swears a lot. I don't like Daddy talking to him. I don't like this, or I don't like that. And, they pick up on these things. It's really amazing. And they don't, and they know right from, they understand right from wrong. And it's such a beautiful thing. We can't lose that as adults. Audit your atmosphere. We're going into the tactical steps now. Audit your atmosphere. What plays in your home most hours of the day? Replace constant noise with worship, silence, laughter, storytelling. Sit at the table, tell stories. I can't remember who it was. Someone was just talking about how they do pass the story. One family member will tell a story and then they continue on, and it's pass the story. It's a cool idea. Number 2, establish evening peace. Lower the lights, put away screens, and pray together before bed. We do that all the time. I do that with the babies. We do our check-in. We talk about the day, what could have gone better, what we could have done differently, what went beautifully, what did we love, just all these little conversations. It sets the tone. It signals safety to the brain. And mind your media. I'm really good at this. I don't like to absorb anything. I don't like to absorb negative things. I don't like it. I used to watch a lot of things, listen to a lot of things. I don't anymore. I'm very selective. Remember Dr. Siegel's research. It shows repeated exposure creates neural pathways. So choose content that builds faith, positivity, laughter, these things, not fear. And there's so many other negative things that we could expose ourselves to. So don't do that. And number 4, protect your words. Speak blessings out loud. Children's brains record tone faster than instruction. That's why they get so affected when someone raises their voice. One of our members was talking about how he never raises his voice. Never. Because he's the leader. And if he needs to raise his voice, he's a poor communicator. If he can't get his point across with just speaking powerfully, of course, but with just speaking and using his language and his knowledge to get his point across, to teach a lesson, then he believes not only he has failed as a father, but fathers that cannot do this. And that's a challenge. That was a challenge to everyone. That's a challenge. And stay accountable. Invite friends of faith who protect their homes to check in on yours. Iron sharpens iron, right? We talked about that. We talked about that last week, if that's when it airs, or maybe it's this week. I'm not sure what they're planning on doing. I know they're doing a couple a week right now. So, but last episode. Now, pause it. Take a snapshot, pull out your journals, take a snapshot to see what the number is at right now, the time, how far in we are with the podcast, and ask yourself, what's being allowed into my home that doesn't reflect heaven? And get rid of those things. Write it down. Does the atmosphere of our house feel peaceful or pressured or something else? How do you describe it? Before you reach for that coffee, consider this. What if the energy boost you're looking for isn't in your cup, but in your cells? I challenge you to swap your morning coffee for Shilajit by Symbiotica. And here's what can happen. No crash, no jitters, just clean, sustained energy, plus mental clarity and trace minerals that our bodies actually need, that are actually starving for, to be honest. This isn't just a supplement. It's an ancient adaptogen sourced from the Himalayas that supports mitochondrial function, stamina, and overall vitality. Your coffee never did that. Okay, let's just be honest. Try it for a week and tell me your body doesn't thank you. Symbiotica's Shilajit is next level wellness, and honestly, you may never go back to drinking coffee. Click the link below down in the bio and get your Shilajit today. And third, what could we change this week to make our home feel like holy ground again? What can we do to bring that beautiful atmosphere, that beautiful energy back into our home? As we were talking, we talk about this all the time. Every family carries a calling, and now you know how to protect it from the inside out. Let's do a quick prayer, just a quick one. Father, thank you for every home listening right now. Teach us to guard our doorways and to fill our rooms with your presence. Silence every voice that brings fear and multiply every word that brings peace. Let our homes be houses you can trust, a place of safety, joy, and legacy. In Jesus' name, amen. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for joining us today, for investing in your home, in your family, and in your legacy. Because peace doesn't just happen by accident. It's protected on purpose. If this legacy, if it spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs this reminder. Take a screenshot, share it on Instagram story, tag us at Entrepreneur Parents Podcast. Because when you share, it's going to get to the person that needs it, that needs this very message. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Leave a kind review. Just go down right now, leave a kind review and 5 stars. It helps the podcast get to where the message is needed. And we're building such an incredible community, and we're just, honestly, we're just so grateful. We're so grateful that we're able to connect with incredible families that need these messages. We needed this community when we were going through it. And if you enjoy the children's screen-free learning, the Entrepreneur Kids Legacy Show, you can be a part of the show by gifting. It helps to produce the show. So you can do a donation or a gift at the Entrepreneur Kit. No, sorry, it's in the link. The link, it's the link. I see the little one peeking her head in. I'll be there in a minute, baby. Okay, so all the links are in the show notes, and it's buymeacoffee.com/Entrepreneur Kids. Yes, I'm sharing it. They're keeping tabs on me. They're checking on me. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to share so that other children come listen to the show. They need the message. Okay, I know. It's so true. They're building such a beautiful community. And it's just such a beautiful place. If you haven't listened to it, you have to listen to it. It's screen-free learning, Entrepreneur Kids Legacy Show. Links are in the show notes. Strong families build unshakable legacies. And it all begins with protecting your home from the inside out. God bless, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Protect your home. God bless you.
Thank you, beautiful friends, for listening to this important message from Mama. Share with someone you love and care about. Oh, and we'd love to personally invite you to listen to our podcast. It's for young future leaders ready to change the world and be a light in the dark. Listen together as a family. It's called the Arsenal Kids Legacy Show. We know you'll love it. Be bold, be kind, build an unforgettable family legacy. God bless you, we love you. And parents, if no one told you yet, let us be the first. You're doing a remarkable job. And remember, you are the hero of your story, because every legacy begins with a hero, and that hero is you.
This podcast is for inspirational and educational purposes only, and it is not intended to replace professional advice, legal advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The views expressed are based on personal experience and faith-based insight and are meant to encourage reflection and growth. Always seek the guidance of qualified professionals regarding any questions or concerns you may have about your health, relationships, or business.